Hello everyone, welcome to another short video. In this video, we will discuss about administrator management on Palo Alto Firewall. So I've already logged into my Palo Alto Firewall. In order to manage the administrators, I need to go under Device tab, and there we have our option Administrators. So in here, you can create additional administrator accounts. So let's create one. Add. I'll give it the name Shivam. Let's put a description as well, and then the password for the admin. And then we have to define what this admin can do on the firewall. So basically role. So there are two ways to define the role. One is dynamic and other is role based. So if you select dynamic, you have four options: super user read only, device admin, and device admin read only. But if you have created any custom roles, then you can select them by clicking on role based button and then selecting them here. I'm gonna keep this user as super user. Okay. So Shivam is now created here. Now I'm gonna create one custom role. So let's go under the admin roles. So there are three predefined roles already in there: audit admin, crypto admin, and security. And we are gonna create our own. Let's call this role as full admin. And this role will not provide any access to the ACC feature. So let's disable that, and the rest all what accesses should be there on XML API default command line. I don't want to, really define a command line. This admin, whatever admin has this profile, shouldn't be able to do anything on the command line. And then the REST API, if this admin comes via the, REST API, then this is what it can do. Everything on green user can do. This box is read only, and then this box is disabled. So I've just disabled the ACC. Let's do okay. So our profile has been created. Now let's create another admin and attach that profile to it. I'm going to create some cyber engineer and then put the profile. Sorry, I'll put the right password. Okay, and I'll choose my role, which I just created, full admin. That's it. Okay. And now I will commit the changes. So while the commit is happening, so there is one more place in Palo Alto where you can create some user accounts on the Palo Alto firewall. So if you go down on the menu, you'll see local user database. It has two options: local users and local groups. So while the commit is happening, let's create one local user as well. You can also use these accounts as the administrators. I'll show you how. So let's create a local user first. Okay, count is enabled already. User, let's create a group too. I'll call it local group. I'll add a user to it. That's local user we just created. I'm gonna hit OK. And then, yep, let's see if our commit has been completed or not. Yeah, commit is completed. Now I'll open an incognito window and I'll try to log into firewall using Shivam, the administrator we created. So it's logging in as Shivam. Okay. You can see I have I logged in as Shivam, and I'm a super admin. You can see here. I have all the access. I can see all the administrators, add an admin, etc. Now let's log in as SOM and see if we can see this ACC tab or not. Okay, SOM. Where we are logged in as SOM, and you can see on here SOM is logged in. and I cannot see the ACC tab. And rest, everything I'll be able to see. You can see here the setup option, etc. So that was about the local admin accounts. Now let's log out as some. Now let's use this user created under local database as an admin on the firewall. In order to use this local user as a admin on the firewall, we need to first create an authentication profile. So firewall knows where should I go to authenticate the admin account. So let's create a profile. I'll call it local user auth, and then let's create a type as it's a local database. That's it. Under the advanced section, I need to set who is allowed. I'm gonna choose the local group. So if the admin is part of the local group, he should be allowed. And now I'll go back to the administrators and create a local user, the same name, authentication profile, local auth. You can see that's it. Now I need to set its role. So I'll go with super user read only. Okay. Now let's commit our changes. Once this commit is done, we should be able to log in as local user account. And this local user account is created under local user database in the Palo Alto. And we created an authentication profile uh, in order to let our firewall know where to go to authenticate the user and who is allowed. So you can see local user group. If the user is part of the local user group, he should be allowed to access the firewall, and he should be assigned the role as described in here. Let's see the status of the commit. Yeah, it's about to complete. Just wait for 1 more minute. It's done. I'll now log out on here itself and try to log in as local user. And here it goes. It's creating the administrative session. That means my credentials have been validated successfully. And yep, here I am in. Let's see, my role is super user read only. I should not have access to change anything. So if I go under addresses, you can see things are grayed out for me. Applications, I won't be able to create any new. Those are grayed out for me. Let's log out. And thank you for your time. That's it for this video.